I've been with Ryan for 4 years, and it's been a ride. Picture a trek where your guide ditches you halfway up a cliff, leaving you to haul everyone else's gear. That kind of ride. We met at a community garden cleanup event hosted by my company. I was on the compost team, led by Ryan, who proudly called himself the Compost Lord. Despite the warning signs, I found his passion for decaying vegetables oddly charming. He gave a speech about how decomposition is just the start of something thriving, and my nature-loving soul was hooked. After 4 years, I realized the only thing that got composted was my dignity. Let's break it down. Ryan contributed to rent exactly 7 times in 4 years. My name alone is on the lease because his credit is temporarily shot. For about 60% of our relationship, he's been between gigs. When he does have cash, it goes to his gaming rig, clothes, or nights out with the guys. He's borrowed my car more often than he's asked about my day. But I was in love. I made excuses. He was discovering himself, had potential. Classic lines we tell ourselves when dating a man-child. Then came the car accident last week. A reckless driver ran a red light and smashed into my car. I ended up with a shattered leg, 3 cracked ribs, and a concussion. The doctor said I was fortunate it wasn't worse, but it felt plenty bad. Ryan visited me in the hospital once for 20 minutes, claiming hospitals trigger his anxiety, and he needed to process his trauma his way. I was the one with the trauma, pinned leg and all. My best friend Anna was my rock. She stayed by my side, sleeping in an uncomfortable hospital chair for 3 nights, helping me to the bathroom, bringing real food, and even washing my hair in a tiny sink. That's true friendship. While I was doped up on pain meds, Anna got this weird look while scrolling her phone. I asked what was up, and though she tried to brush it off, I snatched her phone. Painkillers make me bold. There was Ryan at a party, arm around his ex, Katie, with a caption, "Finally rid of the clingy drama queen and her endless needs." I was stunned. 4 years of supporting him financially and emotionally, excusing his soul-searching phases, gaming obsession, and inability to clean a sink properly. And this is how he repays me while I'm broken in a hospital bed? Worse, our mutual friends commented, "Happy for you, man," and "You deserve better." Not one asked, "Hey, isn't your girlfriend in the hospital?" I didn't text or call him, I just sat with it. Then I remembered. My name is the only one on the lease. I made a plan. I called my landlord to explain. I called my brother. I called my cousin. Yesterday, while I was recovering at Anna's, Ryan had no clue what was coming. My brother and 2 of his buddies helped execute phase 1. We packed up everything Ryan owned. Every dirty sock, every collectible action figure, every gaming console, his precious craft beer stash, his autographed baseball cards, all of it. We tossed it into the dumpster behind my apartment. Not the recycling bin, the dumpster. Let the compost lord rot with his garbage. It might sound extreme, but Ryan hadn't paid rent in 3 months. I'd been covering for him, dodging the landlord's notices out of embarrassment. I'd taken on extra freelance gigs to keep us afloat while he networked. And while I was in the hospital, he was interviewing for a job, one I helped him land through my connections. He was set to start next week. Well, the hiring manager happens to be my old college roommate's brother. He got a detailed report about Ryan's financial irresponsibility, complete with screenshots of those finally free posts. This morning, my phone exploded with texts from Ryan. "Where's my stuff? You can't do this. Those collectibles were worth thousands. You'll regret this." Then the tone shifted. "Baby, I'm sorry, I was drunk. Katie means nothing. Please call me. I love you." The best part? His mom's messages. Ryan's mother, Deborah, always acted like I was lucky to be with her perfect son. She called, sobbing, saying I'd ruined his life over one mistake. She mentioned the job thing and called me spiteful. Maybe I am. But 4 years of carrying someone who couldn't visit me in the hospital, who celebrated his freedom while I was on crutches? I'm done. The lease is up next month and I'm not renewing. I'm staying with Anna until I find a new place. A fresh start, free of Ryan's gaming chair stench. I don't regret a thing. Edit. No, I'm not worried about legal issues. My cousin says since Ryan's not on the lease and hasn't paid rent, he has no claim. I've got receipts for everything. I'm healing. 6 weeks left in this cast, but my ribs are improving. Why did I stay so long? Love blinds you. Ryan wasn't always awful. and the good times made me think the bad ones were temporary. I'll update tomorrow with more fallout. Deborah's called 17 times, from tearful pleas to vague threats. Ryan tried to get into the apartment, but the landlord blocked him. I may have changed the locks. First update? Wow, I didn't expect my story to blow up. Thank you for the support, kind words, and legal advice. Here's what's happened since. Deborah's calls hit 43 in 36 hours. I finally answered the 44th because I thought she'd never stop. Picture me, propped up on Anna's guest bed, leg elevated, munching on potato chips. Stress eating is my vibe. Deborah's 28-minute call was a roller coaster of tears, guilt trips, and veiled threats. Highlights. Ryan's been crying for days. I cried for days in the hospital, but sure. Tell me more. Those baseball cards were from his grandfather. I know exactly how much rent costs, Deborah. He was going to propose. Unless the ring was made of broken promises, I doubt it. She threatened to sue for destroyed property, but my cousin says they've got no case. Then she said, Ryan told me you controlled his money and cut him off from his family. I nearly choked laughing. Me, controlling his finances? The guy who spent our grocery budget on a gaming mouse? Who borrowed $3,000 for a crypto venture? Who hasn't shown me his bank account in years? Isolating him? I planned his birthdays, bought his mom's Christmas gifts, and drove him to family events when his car got repossessed. I asked, Deborah, when did Ryan last pay rent? Silence. She mumbled about an arrangement where I paid bills and he covered other expenses. What expenses? More silence. I laid it out. $17,700 in credit card debt from covering his costs. Extra work hours while he gamed. Selling my grandmother's necklace to pay rent when his big payout never came. She said, he told me you lost your job and he's been supporting you. I've been at the same job for 6 years with 2 promotions. Ryan's had 7 jobs in 4 years, none lasting over 3 months. I offered to email her bank statements, rent receipts, and his social media posts. She said she'd talk to Ryan and hung up. She hasn't called back. On the trash operation, I couldn't physically move stuff with my leg, so my brother Dylan and his buddies handled it. I paid them because, unlike Ryan, I believe in compensating work. We packed his gaming setup, $2,800 PC he bought while jobless, collectible figures, sports memorabilia, and craft beers he was aging, aka forgetting. It took 4 hours uncovering his mess. Socks under the couch, half-eaten snacks, receipts for purchases I didn't know about. Dylan carried Ryan's gaming chair, which he called Throne, to the dumpster like it was cursed. We didn't destroy anything, just relocated it to the trash. I kept 1 box with his birth certificate, social security card, family photos, and medical papers, left with the landlord, who's on my side after seeing the posts. He even helped change the locks. Ryan showed up at the apartment twice, demanding entry. The second time, he threatened to call the police, but when the landlord suggested calling them together to discuss unpaid rent, he bolted. On the job front, Ryan was set to manage client accounts at a financial firm, a job I got him through my network. I sent the hiring manager proof of his financial irresponsibility, overdrafting for video games, dodging bills, and those party posts. They revoked the offer. Was it petty? Maybe. But would you trust someone with your savings who can't pay his own bills? I just shared facts. Today, Ryan's emails turned weepy, claiming he's changed, that the posts with Katie were for show, and he was scared of losing me. He says he's ready to be a real partner. All it took was a near-fatal accident, years of mooching, public humiliation, losing his stuff, and a canceled job. What a deal. His friend Remy messaged, saying Ryan's been crashing on his couch, crying and planning a big gesture to win me back. Remy also revealed Ryan owes him money. Shocker. I'm exhausted, physically and emotionally, but I feel lighter, like I've shed a massive weight. Tomorrow, I have a doctor's visit. Then Anna and I are apartment hunting. The lease ends in 30 days, and I'm ready for a fresh start. I'll update if Ryan's gesture happens. Knowing him, it'll be absurd, cheap, or all about him. Probably all 3. Edit. My car was totaled. Insurance is covering it, but I'm still waiting on the payout. Anna and ride shares are getting me around. Edit 2. No worries about Ryan getting violent. My complex has cameras, Anna's building has a doorman, and Ryan's all talk. he crumbles in real conflict. Second update. Hello, my fierce online crew. I'm back with more, and the drama just keeps sprouting like weeds. Get your snacks and settle in. This tale has more turns than my garden hose. Can't resist a plant pun. First, my medical update. The doctor says my leg's healing well, and I might ditch the cast in 4 weeks instead of 6. My ribs hurt when I laugh too hard, which is tough with all this nonsense. Now, the main event. Ryan's grand gesture. It was exactly as I predicted. Predictable, lackluster, and all about him. Yesterday, while browsing rental listings at Anna's, her doorman called about a delivery. With my leg, stairs are my nemesis, so Anna checked. She came back holding a compost bin. Yes, a bucket of dirt, worms, and kitchen scraps, with a note. Like compost, our love can break down and rebuild stronger. I'm shedding my old self to be the man you need. Give us another chance to grow. He thought comparing our relationship to rotting garbage would woo me. The audacity. Anna and I laughed so hard, I needed painkillers for my ribs. She posted a photo of me, baffled, next to the bin, captioned, "When your friend's ex thinks worms win hearts." But wait, inside the compost, yes, he buried stuff in decay, was a velvet box with a ring. Not a good ring, fake diamond, cheap metal that turned my skin green on contact. It was engraved with April 22nd, 2001, Katie's birthday. He recycled a ring meant for his ex, a used ring in a compost bin. The metaphor writes itself. I texted him. This bin is where our relationship belongs, rotting with the worms. He replied with a flurry of texts, claiming the ring was a placeholder, and the date was when he knew he loved me. Anna took the bin to her building's dumpster and sent him a video of her dumping it. On Deborah. I sent her the receipts, bank statements, rent records, and Ryan's posts. Her response was a long email cycling through denial. These records must be wrong. Anger. How dare you make my son look bad? Bargaining. Why didn't you tell me about financial issues? Depression. I'm heartbroken my son acted this way. And acceptance. I'm sorry for enabling him. She called once, revealing Ryan told his family he's been supporting me, that I'm unstable and jobless, that the apartment and totaled car were his. He's borrowed $15,000 from them for emergencies that were lies. She felt humiliated and said, I love my son, but he needs to face consequences. I won't bail him out. Progress, the trash operation details. Dylan and his buddies moved Ryan's stuff. $2,800 PC, collectibles, beers, throne chair in 4 hours. It was like excavating a man-child's lair. We didn't break anything, just dumped it. I kept his essential documents with the landlord, who's teamed me after seeing the posts. Ryan tried to get in twice, but the landlord shut him down. The job? I sent proof of Ryan's financial messes and unprofessional posts. They dropped him. Ryan's now emailing sob stories, claiming he's changed. Remy says he's planning another gesture but also stole $200 from him, so Remy kicked him out. Ryan showed up at Anna's building, making a scene until the doorman called the cops. He fled, then called me 37 times, leaving voicemails from, I can explain, to, you're ruining my life, to, I'm sleeping in my car. What car? One voicemail hinted at self-harm, so I requested a wellness check at Remy's. The police said he's fine, just emotional, and suggested therapy. I'm healing, physically and emotionally. Anna, my family, and work have my back. I found a cheaper apartment, and I'm ready to move on. Thanks for the support. It's been a lifeline. I'll update if anything big happens, like another gesture. Knowing Ryan, it'll be a mess. Final update. Hey, my amazing online squad, one last time. It's been a month since my first post, and what a whirlwind. Here's the final chapter of Ryan the Compost Lord's saga and how I bloomed after 4 years buried in his nonsense. First, the practical. I moved into a new apartment yesterday. It's smaller, but has a balcony for my container garden. There's an elevator, crucial for my leg, and cameras, crucial for the ex. My cast is off, replaced by a walking boot. Physical therapy is intense, but I'm mobile again. Insurance paid out, and I bought a used Ford named Freedom. Corny, but I love it. Now the Ryan finale. His usual tactics, tears, begging, guilt, failed, so he tried public shaming. He started a GoFundMe, homeless after girlfriend's betrayal, claiming I stole his money and trashed heirlooms over a small fight. He posted sad photos on Remy's couch, pre-eviction, asking for $5,000. It was up for 6 hours before Anna, Dylan, and friends reported it as fraud, linking my posts, which I never shared with him. It got pulled. Ryan's desperation peaked, but his lies unraveled. He's couch surfing, his family's done bailing him out, his friends are ghosting, and his reputation's toast. The credit card saga. $17,700 in debt from supporting him, including $11,000 on joint accounts he opened in my name. I'm working with my bank to separate them and prove his charges. I sent this info plus a note to his family and friends. If Ryan asks for money or a place to stay, this is what you're signing up for. Petty? Maybe. True? Absolutely. Even Katie messaged me, saying Ryan claimed we broke up months ago. She apologized, feeling duped. I thanked her, but declined her offer to share their texts. Ryan tried Anna's building again, but the doorman stopped him. He called 37 times, leaving voicemails from, "I'll explain" to "I'm homeless." After a concerning message, I requested a wellness check. He's fine, just dramatic. Remy kicked him out for stealing. I'm healing, my leg, my heart. My new place, Anna, my family, and my job are my foundation. I'm still angry, still hurt, but mostly relieved, like I've surfaced after years underwater. Thanks for the love and laughs. This community carried me through. I'm ready to grow, not look back.